Hello and welcome back to LDC FM. You're tuning into our podcast featuring interviews with our community of independent designers and industry guests. We'll be discussing topics of sustainability, conscious design, the future of fashion, tech, and innovation. This podcast has been recorded alongside an Instagram Live, so apologies for any technical issues prior to tuning in. Thank you for listening.
Hey everybody, it's Alice from Lone Design Club. I am here this Wednesday and I'm going to be joined by a very special guest who is Anna from Ganor Dominic. So she'll just be coming on in a second. We'll just hang on one moment for her to be ready. Please do ask loads of questions because we are very happy to answer them either from an LDC or a Ganor Dominic perspective, but just give us a shout if there's anything that you want to know. We're a big fan. We've worked quite a few times with Ganor Dominic over the past few years. Here's Anna. Welcome. Thank you for doing this with me today, Anna. I can't hear you, Anna. Sorry guys, we'll just fix this 1 second. Bear with us, technical challenges. Oh, so many people here. This is great. We'll just wait and see if Anna can get back in. But yeah, like I was saying, if anyone has... Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Yes.
Success. Great. Okay.
Great.
Hello again, everyone.
So thank you to Anna for joining us, and thank you for all these people who are tuning in to watch. That's great. Do keep jumping in and out as much as you want, and like I said, do write any questions that you have so that we can answer those for you. And yeah, we'll get started. So Anna, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
LDC are fans of your brand, as is a lot of the so for everyone who's watching this right now, I want to just talk to us a little bit about Ganor Dominic, when you started it and sort of what inspired you to do so.
Yes, sure. So everything started with my passion in fine art. So I was doing fine art in my foundation course. And then I was thinking what kind of products in fashion industry can hold all my fine art ideas in, but still be quite commercial so people can wear it. And I thought that shoes as a 3D product could be a good idea to work on, because I can include my passion for sculpture and for 3D elements and use it as part of the heel or even part of the uppers. So that's how I chose shoes, or they chose me. Still not sure. Yeah, and then I always liked sculpture, and that was my starting point, my inspiration initially. I was inspired by ancient Greek mythology, which I really enjoy reading about. So I was looking at different sculptures, reading different myths and stories, and getting inspiration from that, and trying to fit into the product of shoes, and that's how it started.
Amazing. And so how long ago did you start it now?
So now it's almost 4 years. We started with SS16 as our debut collection.
And tell us why the name. So what does the name Ganor Dominic stand for?
Everybody actually thinks that designer is a man or a guy. It sounds quite masculine, and everybody is surprised to see me behind the brand. So my name is Anna, but it's spelled with G as Ganna, and my father is Igor, and we combined the two and come up with the name Ganor. And Dominic is our family name, so that's how it all composed together.
Okay, amazing. Yeah, no, it's true. The first time you hear it, you do wonder if it's a man's name. And a few people have asked before. So there you go, guys. That's the story.
So solved.
So what collection are you into now? SS20?
SS21. Oh, you mean what I'm working on, or what we're...
The one that we had in our store was SS20, I believe.
Yes. So currently we're selling on our website and in the stores. We're selling SS20, yeah.
Okay, and what was the inspiration behind that collection?
So the inspiration behind that collection is slightly different from our previous ones. We're still keeping 3D elements as the key feature of our styles, but this time we went a little bit further from the face, and we're using the elements of ear and mouth. And the idea behind it is that you need to be balanced between what you give to the world as you speak and what you receive from the world as you listen. So you kind of need to be in between these two actions of listening and speaking, giving and receiving. I'm afraid I lost the sound again. I can't hear you, Alice. Oh, oops, I will fall down. Alice, shall I reconnect again because I can't hear you?
I'll just record it. Hopefully people can just hear us on the Zoom.
Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
So I'll leave my volume on and hopefully that works. Hopefully people can hear us. So sorry, now I've lost my train of thought. Sorry about that, guys. This might be my signal. This is the words. Let's see if this is working again now. Anna, can you try speaking?
Hello?
Oh well, here we go. We'll just do it through Zoom. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, the latest collection, I'm a big fan. I absolutely loved the ears. I really liked the piece that had "listen" written on it. I thought that was really, really clever. So at the moment, that collection, you're actually doing an initiative around it for everything that's going on with COVID-19. Do you want to just tell us a little bit more about that?
Yes, of course. So obviously in such a difficult situation, we really want to have our own impact as well and help doctors and also those affected by the pandemic. So we found two charities, so one in the UK as we're based in London, and one is in Ukraine where I am initially from. So all sales from Ukraine will be donated to the Ukrainian fund, and those generated in the UK sales, they will be donated to the UK fund. It's going to be 20% from the new collection sales.
Amazing. And you can get all of those. They are live on our website. So 20% of those going to charity. Also, we have had some new styles go live, not new, older styles go live on our website today that are also involved in this charity initiative, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So these are from previous collections. About 5 styles have just gone live on our website last night. And how do they play into the charity initiative?
What do you mean? How do they play it?
The profits from that are also contributing to the cause. Is that?
Yes. Yeah. Of course. Yes.
Yeah, amazing. So if we still have a few days left of our designer archive sales, so those can be found there. So not only are you getting an incredible deal on very, very gorgeous shoes, but you are also contributing to a good cause. So definitely do check that out. Anna, how are you finding everything at the time in COVID-19 as a business, as a designer? You know, what are you guys finding to be sort of the first-hand challenges?
Well, obviously, the first few weeks were shocking, and we didn't know where it's going, what's going on, and not only as a designer, like everyone, as just people. I'm sure everyone were shocked. So it was a little bit like 2 weeks of adaptation and just trying to keep it positive and not to fall into the depression and panic. So now this stage is gone. So we try to refocus on what we're doing, and obviously a lot of operations stopped because the shops are closed, and our factory in Italy is completely closed as well. So the only thing we can really focus on right now is our online, and also it's a good time to plan for the future, to reflect on what was going on, what is going on. So it's a very good time to reset, and just good time to plan, and also to get some inspiration from reading books, just looking at some things that were piling up all this time. Now finally get a chance to relook at all of this, and maybe you'll see something new in the future seasons inspired by the quarantine.
Yeah, what do we have to look forward to in your next collections? Are you allowed to tell us, or is it still a bit of a secret?
It's a little bit of a secret. I can just say that you will see development of this listening and speaking concept, because people tend to like it, as we saw. So we're gonna develop this, and also we're gonna use some art movements as inspiration, continuing doing some 3D elements and also prints, etc.
Amazing. And you have, I mean, if we forget about COVID-19 for a second and we just think about overall, you have done amazingly well, your brand. You're stocked in incredible places, really, really beautiful product and a real fan base surrounding it. For other small, and I imagine a lot of designers, flourishing businesses are watching this, what sort of advice would you give for like making it to that point? What would you attribute to your success other than amazing design?
Thank you. Well, the main point, the most important one, is not giving up, because I had million times when I just wanted to give up. It's just too hard, competition, production, etc. A million of different problems every day coming, and behind the like some successful moments, there are so many failures and so many mistakes, but this is a learning curve, and just treat every mistake and every time you fail a little bit, treat it not as a failure but as a lesson, and just learn from it and don't give up.
It's 12 hours.
That's the main point.
Amazing. Sorry, my laptop just spoke to me.
Mine as well. It's saying that it's 12 hours, which is not.
Yeah, maybe that's what I heard as well.
Yeah.
No, that's definitely good advice, and I think that's what we would say as well. Is actually now I'm sure you would agree, is a huge opportunity for independent brands. It is a scary time, and it is. It's not a nice time for the world, but it actually provides a lot of opportunity for independent brands to break through. Mm-hmm. And we are seeing a lot of support going towards independence more so because of everything that's going on. And I suppose you must find that you have some customers that are rallying around you and supporting you in this time, even if there are delays or you can't fulfill all your demand.
Yes, definitely. No, the support from the customers and also their positive comments when they're still receiving the orders, it really does mean a lot, and it gives us motivation and inspiration to to keep going.
Well, someone said here that they are in love with your shoes. You are amazing. So there you go. That's a nice comment for you. We did have a question. Oh, what's your inspiration for the next season? But I think we've kind of covered that. Do you think? I have a question. Do you think you will ever move away from footwear?
Not move away, because I think this is kind of a lifetime commitment. But we are developing some new additional products at the moment. So this is a little hint on our new season. And we're planning to launch some new product lines soon. So
amazing. Watch this space. That's exciting. And Nikki's asked, are you working in isolation? Yeah, how is that working for you guys as a team? Are you all split up or?
Well, thanks to the technology, we're always connected, so that's not a big problem. We're still going, so.
Yeah. Oh, and how are you?
I find it easy because, to be honest, I have like a little studio in my living room where I usually work on the designs. So I don't find it difficult. It just a little bit of a regime and structure is lacking, because obviously I don't need to get up as early. So I'm struggling with that part of things, and I'm trying to still put the alarm to some early time, but it's not working always. But I think it's important to actually have the regime and structure in self-isolation. This really helps.
It's definitely helping me, I would say. It's still sort of going about my day as normal as possible.
Mm-hmm.
We have another question. How did Lady Gaga find your shoes?
Oh, that was like a Cinderella story. So one day, I still remember, I was really upset that night about some production issues or some other issues. And then this email comes to our inbox from a very mysterious email, like 123kkj some at gmail.com, something like that, saying that the stylist requesting shoes for Lady Gaga for the photo shoot. And I was so suspicious because this email didn't make any sense at all. But then the stylist's name was mentioned, and we did kind of a little bit of spying work, making sure that it's actually a legitimate email. And then they requested the shoes for the photo shoot, which they've done. And next day I called to check if they used the shoes. They were like, yeah, we did, but it was under the trousers, you can't see them. Which was the bad news. But the good news was that she really liked the Apollo heels and she wanted to keep them. So Lady Gaga kept them and worn the next day to the Grammy Museum Awards. So that was the good news.
That is a really good story. That's a huge highlight in a career, right? Having someone like that work for products. That's amazing. Mm-hmm. That's so funny. Imagine if it might never have happened. That's
I know.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Do we have any more questions from anyone watching? Obviously, no pressure, guys. If you have any questions that you think of later on and you just want to DM us, feel free to. You can also find loandesignclub.com, and like I said, we have that special selection of older styles that are at amazing prices at the moment, as well as these incredible charity initiatives that Ganor Dominic are contributing to. So definitely remember that you can get your hands on a pair of incredible footwear, as well as contributing to a good cause. Anna, thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a real pleasure. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. We're really looking forward to being able to see you again in person, hopefully in a few months, and have you in a store again. But in the meantime, good luck with your inspiration. We hope that you continue to be inspired. We're really excited for the new collections. Like I said, guys, if anyone has any questions, just DM either of us. We'd be more than happy to answer. And yeah, do check out Ganor Dominic. They are really worthwhile and probably the most unique shoes I've ever seen. So, Anna, thank you so much. I hope you have a really good rest of your day. And we'll speak to you very soon. And thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you so much again for tuning in. Head to our website, loandesignclub.com, and find more LDCFM podcasts, or discover more about our independent designers online.